Hey everybody, this is NickStar, and this is going to be NickStar Tips. Somebody got in the ditch there. I called earlier. I don't know if other people called, but since that had happened, because I called 911 to let them know that there was somebody in the ditch. I was in heavy traffic at the time, and the driver seemed to be okay. I didn't know necessarily, but I did the right thing in calling. Maybe I should have gotten out and helped and everything like that. But, and I will say that, in the future if I can, but also, like, I was in heavy traffic and everything. So let's just say that there was the possibility of, doing things differently. But I did call the police to help that person that got stuck in the ditch. What this video is going to be about is NickStar tips, and basically emergency situations, okay? And kind of loving your neighbor as yourself, that basically whether, they're saved or lost, that we are still supposed to help and love and things like that. So in a situation to where, you see, say, a spontaneous fire, or say someone's stuck in a ditch like that, or someone, a few people getting, beating up someone, or even say, let's take it to the more extreme about, political, stuff. If you see a government that's oppressing the people, stuff like that, at least say something, try to be a voice of good, of reason, and try to hold to a standard of order and not evil, but be on the side of good. So if somebody's beating someone up, do everything in your power to help that person, to break it up to where they're no longer being hurt. Now also consider doing things the right way. So if you have to call the police, call the police or get help, or stuff like that, because you don't want to end up because not everybody can basically handle themselves, and that's not a challenge. So for you people that basically see somebody get beaten up, I don't want you to go into that trying to take on 2 or 3 people and then end up getting beaten up yourself, because basically you can't handle your own ego, being tainted, that you can't, like, handle 2 or 3, men at a time or something like that. So the appropriate thing to do is call the police, or, get some help, and help that person. And then the appropriate thing to do with the person that's in the ditch is call the police, report where you saw it and all that stuff. Because you don't know if anybody else is reporting it, and it's important that somebody does. Because that person might need help, and if you can't personally help, you need to call people that can. And in my situation, where I was actually heading in the opposite direction and kind of heavy traffic, it was a little bit harder for me to help. Now, there was the potential for me to, and I can't say that I didn't want to, but I wasn't exactly in the best of positions to help. So I did the right thing by calling the police. And yeah, as far as political oppression, stand up, say stuff, vote. I've stayed out of politics for most of my life. And so I'm kind of brand new to voting, because last year a pastor had brought me through the education of the American Heritage series that is hosted by David Barton. He is a Christian historian and collector, apparently, of many many Bibles and Christian material and stuff like that. Anyway, I learned why Christians need to be voting, because I was under the impression before that basically, politics is a satanic run, kind of government system and stuff like that, and I shouldn't have anything to do with it. That basically Satan has influence over the world and the world's governments and the world's, institutions and things like that. Why should I get involved in this evil thing that's just going to pass away anyway? Well, I learned that this country is founded on Christianity, founded on God by godly men, and our Constitution founded on, the Bible and on Jesus Christ. And so I suppose the point is, they developed the politics that in which our laws and everything were established, and they were getting away from oppression, from British oppression, and then also the church, like the Church of England or something. Sorry, I'm looking for an address, and looks like oh, I know where I went wrong. Okay. Yeah, sorry, because I'm making a delivery, and I thought I was on the right street, but it's actually that street right ahead of me. I just take a left. But yeah, we're escaping oppression, and I guess it can be said religious oppression as well. And the church doing things that were not biblical, and under false doctrines and things like that. And so a big part of why we were how do I say this, breaking off from England, and and the Catholic Church and all that stuff, was to get away from oppression, and basically how do I say this, tyrants, and lies, and false doctrine and things like that. So this nation was founded on the truth and on freedom, and individual rights, as well as the majority rights as well. That's why our Constitution and our Bill of Rights are written the way that they are, so people can have freedom and rights that are that God gives us, and that we need to love one another, and have the ability to pursue happiness and life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and all that stuff. But I might do a part 2 on this, but for now it's been NickStar tips, and this has been specifically on emergency situations and loving thy neighbor as thyself. So basically, I kind of got into the political thing, but yeah, I'm gonna do a part 2, and I'll get back to you on this. Okay, have a good day, and remember, Jesus Christ saves.